So the other day I was hanging out at the park and a stranger came up to me and told me he recognized me from my videos. And then he said something that really kind of freaked me out. He said, you know, keep doing this, Dan. You never know who you might be inspiring to make videos of their own. And this scared me a bit, because to be honest, I'm a bad filmmaker. And I'm not just saying that to get those sympathy comments like you know those ones people write where they're like, oh no, Dan, what are you talking about? You're so good, you know. Believe me, I am not fishing for compliments here. If you ask me any technical question about filmmaking, I can't answer it. If you ask me how many frames per second I film in, I don't even know how many frames per second I'm filming in right now. But the point is, I'm a bad filmmaker. I mean, just look at the camera I'm filming on. This is the Canon 70D. It was released in 2013, 8 years ago. And yet this is the camera I've used to film the majority of my YouTube videos. I was just watching a video by Gerald Undone, another Canadian YouTuber, and I love Gerald. His tech channel is great, got a lot of useful information. But he did a video where he was talking to all these other YouTubers and asking for their current camera setup. And most of them had $5,000 to $10,000 camera mic setups. And some of them who had full studios, like these things that cost $50,000 to set up. And Gerald, if you ever see this video, I love you, man. You can make great content, but I feel like that video gave the message that you really need to spend a lot of money to become a YouTuber. Was that a cool shot? I don't have an electric skateboard or anything. But the point is, my camera setup that I started with was a GoPro Hero 3. This thing cost about 300 bucks, and my first day with it, this is a true story, I dropped it on a rock and I chipped the lens. I didn't break it, but for the rest of this camera's existence, my footage was a little bit blurry on one side just because it had this chip in it. And everyone would tell me to clean my lens, and I'd reply in the comment section saying, I can't, it's broken. That's how I got started on YouTube. Guys, that's how a lot of people got started on YouTube. Not the breaking your camera lens, that's just me. But starting with whatever you have. Starting with like the phone in your pocket. I know channels with over 100,000 subscribers who only film on their cell phone. I know other channels who have cheaper setups than me and have way more subscribers than I do. And I guess that makes us bad filmmakers. But who says YouTube needs to be professional anyway? I mean, what are we all trying to film, Netflix documentaries? I thought it was just about sharing our lives. And no, our lives aren't perfect. No, our lives aren't always like beautifully edited. To me, the mistakes, the imperfections, those are our superpower. They're the things that make you unique. They're the things that you will never see on Netflix or on cable TV because the producers won't allow them to exist. If I just go blah, 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 go get blah, 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 like normal people would cut that out. I don't have to, because it's YouTube. You can literally do whatever the heck you want. And so, I feel like this is a really bad idea. Okay. That was a real bad idea. I'm gonna break my camera. There's this myth being perpetuated about YouTube, which is that you need to somehow be skilled or technologically inclined or have the right camera gear to get started, where that's simply not the case. I don't film in 4K footage. I don't have a cool YouTube studio. Some people do. That's okay. YouTube is whatever you want it to be. And you know what? Maybe I'm a bad filmmaker. Maybe my other friends who film with cheap camera gear are bad filmmakers too. But the thing about being bad at one thing is it forces you to get better at other things. In my case, I've had to focus on other things, like getting back to the fundamentals of storytelling. I think sometimes all this fancy filmmaking gear distracts us from the fact that people just want to see a good story. They just want to see something they connect with. They just want something real. Like when I first came to Montreal, I hadn't seen any other English language city guides to Montreal. So as a YouTuber who likes making city guides, I was kind of bummed out. I was like, okay, I guess there's just no market for YouTube content in English in this city. But then I realized something interesting. If there isn't a video made already and it's interesting to you, it's probably interesting to other people too. And so then I just decided to make the videos I wanted to see in Montreal. And now I got people randomly stopping me in the park and telling me they like my videos or keep making videos, you might be inspiring people or whatever. Listen, I didn't start doing this to try and inspire people. I didn't start doing this for any reason other than just to share stories that I like. The fact that it reaches people still kind of blows my mind, and kind of, I don't know, it's just, it's crazy. Life is crazy. Shout out to Bixie. Please sponsor me, Bixie. And so if I did inspire you somehow, first of all, you should probably get a better role model. And second of all, my main piece of advice, whether you're trying to make YouTube videos or whatever creative thing you want to do in life, don't try to conform to someone else's idea of what it should be like. You only got one shot at this life thing as I try not to get hit by a car. You may as well do your best, huh? You may as well do your best. Man, this city is nice. Potholes! And again, I'm not trying to throw any shade at Gerald or any of the other filmmakers who go for the more cinematic style. But let's just be real about what YouTube is. It's about you. It's not the gear, it's about you. Beautiful Montreal. Beautiful A&Ws, man, I'm hungry. And so am I a bad filmmaker? Yeah, I guess I am. But you know what? I am a bad filmmaker with over 150,000 subscribers. I'm a bad filmmaker who wakes up every day and gets paid to do a job that I love, to share stories that I'm passionate about. And do I make a lot of money? No. Will I ever get a big time sponsor for this channel? Maybe not. But that doesn't matter. At least at this stage of my life, that really doesn't matter, you know? I guess the final message here, and this applies to life, not just filmmaking, there's really no rules to this shit. Just do what you want to do, work hard, be honest, and at the end of the day, while everyone else is comparing camera specs and talking about that stuff, just create more of what you want to do. Keep following the vision of what you have. If no one else has that same vision, that's okay. That's probably like a sign that what you actually want to do is worth doing, instead of just following someone else, you know? I'm a bad filmmaker, and I'm proud of it. Maybe that's what the world needs more of, bad filmmakers. As always, guys, I'm Dan from The New Travel. I'll see you next time.